That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Did you inject him with...
No, Doctor. Not me.
Again? But there was enough for the...
More and more people are suffering from insomnia.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might...
Very well. I'll examine him. 30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen?
He hasn't eaten in days.
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go...
You know, I'm not sure... In spite of the muscle contractions, his arm...
Yes. They can't have decalcified.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips.
I'm sure you'll find an explanation.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated.
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond, and you won't believe me, but...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. And this transformation is killing him. His body...
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not...
Dr. Colden, may I know...
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I've done to him what I do to all my patients.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not?
There, there. What?
His limbs? I don't know what experiments you've undertaken, but this...
Oh, I sense some excitement. Could it be you wish to join me in...
You are a brilliant physician, Dr. Fuller, but this man...
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you...
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready.
I will not let you do that.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you...
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything?
Oh, that evidence exists. I need to find the missing medical file.
And where would you find those? In his office?
I'd rather not think about that.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects. This place draws you in and never lets you go. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Elizabeth? You all right?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning and the water was once again. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's...
I see. Courage.
Thank you, Doctor.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
I have little time for you, Doctor. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan. The operating room is never accessible after an operation. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him. The boiler room key is not in its place.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
Would you know where the key to the boiler room is?
Betty didn't put it back in its place? Well, she took it to lock the door.
I'll ask her. Thank you.
But if I may say so, Doctor, I think that the problems of our patient...
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I'll see to it right away.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to...
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man...
Oh. What state?
You should go see for yourself.
This man, Edward Pierce. His file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Dr. Colden. Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can
Thank you, Doctor. And
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
it'll be done.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait. He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
What's wrong?
What are you talking? Yes, it's Dr. Colden.
It's the old whaling station.
What did you see?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all right.
And that's how you broke your...
Perhaps. No idea.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk.
Watch out for the
you
water,
naughty
Doctor.
Girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden. Oh well. And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool. I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem?
I was about to mention it. It seems...
I can't take this, Marie.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy. Elizabeth, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. But it's about the water.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Why is Ethan on medication? Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection. I must go back to the basement. The operating room is never accessible after an operation. There's no way I'm leaving until I find what Fuller is hiding. Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard...
I'm sorry. Dr.
Well, is there anyone else who can tell us what's going...
She's our only family, you know?
Don't worry. I'm aware our but your mother is in good... I'll tend to her myself.
Well, that sure sounds great.
But those are just words. So we're...
Very well. At least I... Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific... It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Oh, I swear I'll shoot!
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here.
Oh.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's. She was looking for Sarah.
Sarah Hawkins. Let's go back to the start. Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
All right. All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later. Now go!
Thank you, Drake. I pray that Colden is really here and alive.